Collective. Thank you very much for joining me. Let's go ahead and get started with your read. I'm actually getting told tokens, so we're going to grab a few tarot tokens to begin this read. I'm being told the number 3, so we'll kind of stick with that. I know that's something we've been doing in the past. Let's see. Give me 3 tokens, Spirit. What do you got for the collective today? 2, 3. Okay, I got 3 here, so we'll flip them over together. So our first one is Star. Star. What else do we got? Whoa. Death. And the Hangman. Interesting. Death is that transition, that closing the door on one chapter, beginning a new one. The Hangman. The only thing that can hold us back from success and our goals is ourselves. I'm feeling this situation where there's a goal. There's a goal. There's something you would like to achieve. But some situation that you are in is holding you back. It's holding you back from being able to reach this goal, whatever that goal is. We're going to grab some decks to clarify. I'm actually getting pulled to this one. So it's kind of like a dual oracle read. Let's see what we got here. Let a few come forward. So atoms, earth, hearth. Building, home, comfort. This is like something that you're trying to build. I don't feel like it's buying the house. Okay, I don't feel like it's buying a house. I feel like this is overall life. This is your overall view on what you want. It's like the 10 of Cups. What does the 10 of Cups mean to you? It's abundance in the home life. Does that mean, a nice home, a nice vehicle, a good job? Does it mean having a family, being married? Whatever that is to you, I feel like this is the goal. This is the goal that the star coin is talking about. This is what you have in mind. This is what you're trying to build. This is what you want to achieve. But there is something that's keeping you from this. It's keeping you from this. Sun, which represents light. And we have time as well. Time for a change. It is time for change. It is time for transition. That is why we had that death coin come forward. It's time to step away from something that is actually keeping you from your goal. It's no longer serving you anymore. Whatever it is, it's become a roadblock. It's something that you put a lot of effort into. It's something that you put a lot of time into. You thought that whatever this thing is, this is the thing that was going to give you that star coin. This is the thing that was going to give you that goal, that 10 of Cups. And that overall life that you're looking for. So you've put a lot of effort into it, and you've done it over a long period of time. And it still hasn't come to fruition. It's because whatever this situation is that you're in, if this is a job or this is a relationship, this is not the thing that's going to give you that. This is not that thing that's going to help you to achieve what it is you're looking for. What it is that you're looking for, that opportunity exists elsewhere. If this is a relationship, the person that you're with is not the person who you're meant to be with. That person is still out there. If this is talking about career, the job that you are in is not the job that's going to get you to where you want to go. That opportunity is somewhere else. So the cards are talking about change, a huge need for change. And we're going to grab a tarot deck. This is the one that's calling to me for your read. And we'll see what comes forward here. So, can you give me some clarification, tarot, on all these coins? Got the Devil card. We have the Chariot. Moving on. Moving forward. I was even told the word traveling. I don't feel like it necessarily means traveling a great distance, but this is stepping outside of what the situation is. This is leaving something behind, something that is negative. Even if it's not super outwardly negative, it's negative in the fact that it's going to keep you from that star coin. It's going to keep you from your 10 of Cups. It's going to keep you from your goal. So it's like wasting your time. It's stalling you. You're getting stalled out. This is like round and round in circles, like chasing your tail without getting ahead. Whatever this is, it's not getting you ahead. Page of Cups, 4 of Swords. I do feel on again, off again. I think we're talking about a romantic relationship here. I keep getting this on again, off again. We're healing. Now we're back together. Then we're talking about marriage, but then shit happens, and then we take 2 steps back. And then it's like it never gets to the Four of Wands. It never gets to the Hierophant. I do see in these cards marriage, deeper commitment, long-term commitment, building for the future. It's like never quite getting there. Never quite getting there, because there's always something stalling out. This is always the promise of the goal, because this is what we're after. This is the goal that we're after. Long-term commitment, having a supportive, loving partner, having that temperance, having that balance and that harmony in the home life, and having happiness. This is the end goal. And it's like never quite getting there, because we're always taking a step back. We're always trying to, I feel like, rebuild. Always trying to rebuild. And that's why I feel this on again, off again. Because it's like you start getting your feet under you, start getting this stability in the relationship where you're like, okay, now we can start thinking about moving on to the next step. Things go fucking south, get torn down, and then you're having to start from scratch again to rebuild. And the Knight of Wands, moving on, moving forward. Yeah, it's like every time, and you know what? I have this impression too, that there have been times that when this is the off again and it comes to an end, you're like, okay, I'm going to make different choices now. I'm going to live my life for me now. I'm going to take time and I'm not going back to that. I'm not going back to that because that person's not going to give me what I want. And then I feel like they sneak back in and they start talking to them like Hierophant, Four of Wands, long-term commitment, traditional values, possibly marriage. And it's like, oh, well, you know, my heart does still want that. And it sounds like they've had a change of heart too. And it sounds like they're ready now to do this. Okay, I'm going to give them another chance. But it's just the cycle. It's the cycle over and over again. And it's getting pulled back into the cycle. They're wanting to keep you stuck. They're wanting to keep you around without making that deeper commitment. 10 of Pentacles. And I'm going to tell you too, and that's why the Death coin showed up, and that's why the cards are talking about time for a change. You have a soulmate out there. You have a soulmate connection out there in your future. In your future. But until there's space for that and you're ready for that to come into your life and you've stepped away from the old, nothing new can come forward. 10 of Pentacles is this legacy. This legacy that you're looking to build with somebody, this happy life. You've already actually established a certain legacy with this on again, off again person. And it is the cycle. It is that having to constantly rebuild, constantly, you know, over and over and over again. Like that Hangman coin says, stalling you, holding you back. That's the legacy that exists in that relationship. That is the dynamic that's been established, the legacy that's been established. That's not going to change. That's going to stay the way it is. You can't make that what you want it to be by just being more loving, being more understanding, being kinder, being whatever the fuck this person is trying to tell you you have to be. You can't fix it. You can't make it work all on your own. It takes two. And the other half of that is enjoying the cycle. The other half of that is actively working to continue the cycle. So you can't fix that on your own. So if you choose to stay within that and to sort of go again for another cycle, it will always be more of the same. You will always be, you know, one step forward, two steps back. It will never get to this Hierophant, this Four of Wands, this deeper commitment in this building that this person might be promising you. If that's what you're looking for, if that is the legacy that you're after, you're going to have to look elsewhere. And these cards are very promising about looking elsewhere. This transition, this change, I got Knight of Cups, emotional victory, Ace of Pentacles, new beginning, Wheel of Fortune, turning towards the Two of Cups, which is that soulmate connection. Being able to start fresh, being able to have a new beginning. This is what's going to be the turning point and taking you to that soulmate connection. But first you have to remove this devil energy from your life. And I'm not saying this person is like evil. I'm just saying that this is a destructive force in your life. This is stalling you. This is holding you back from this goal that you're really wanting, and it's wasting your time. That's why we had the time card come out. It's your time is being wasted. It's time for change. This has gone on too long, and it's time for change now. We're going to grab some more cards. Queen of Wands. See, you're like this Queen of Wands. You are somebody who will attract attention. You're somebody who will attract options. And this person who you're with knows that. They know that. They know that you could find other options. They know that you can find somebody else. They don't want you to. They want to keep you stuck. They want to keep you stalled. They want to keep you for themselves. You know that Beyonce song? If you like it, then you better put a ring on it. Well, it's like they like it, but they don't want to put a ring on it. They don't want to make that commitment. They just want to keep you around. They just want to keep you around. They just want to keep you stalled. They want to keep it like this lover's card where it sort of never gets to be a deeper connection. Or you're just lovers. You're just dating. It never becomes engaged. It never becomes married. It never becomes, your significant other. Because they don't want that connection. This is somebody who's not looking for that kind of deeper commitment in their life. They like having someone around, or for lack of a better term, to shack up with. They like that. If you guys are living together, they enjoy having someone that they're living with, but they don't want marriage. They don't want finances tied together. They don't want to have babies together. They don't want to create a family situation. This is somebody who's driven a lot more by their passions and physical passions. So they do like having somebody there because there's somebody there to have sex with. There's somebody there to sort of share that physical side of things with. And they enjoy that, but they don't want anything more than that. That Seven of Wands right next to the Hanging Man says it all. The Seven of Wands is about establishing boundaries. It's about being assertive. It's about taking your power back. And that is the thing that will stop you from being held back. Being able to set those boundaries, being able to stand up for yourself, being assertive and saying, this is not good enough for me. I want more. And if you can't give me more, then I will find somebody who will. Because I keep getting this time for a change. Time to take your power back. Time to stop wasting your time. Because this person is wasting your time. They are absolutely wasting your time. The Six of Wands is about recognition. And the Fool. Recognizing that it's a new perspective. Gaining a new perspective. Recognizing that this person is deceitful. So, and that is what they are. If they are promising you a deeper commitment and then never following through and going out of their way to sabotage the relationship to keep it from moving forward, that is deceitful. That is 100% deceitful. They're always keeping it so that you guys are behind. You're always behind the 8 ball. Never get ahead. You never reach your goal. There's always like this void. Even in this 5 of Pentacles, I feel like this void, like this longing. This is a piece of my life I would like to have. This is a piece of my life I would like to grow and I would like to progress in. And as long as you're with this person, this will always be sort of like an empty space. This will never get achieved. This goal won't get achieved. But the decision to step away is not an easy one. Absolutely not. A decision to change and to move away from somebody who you've put a lot of time and effort and emotion into is never easy. No matter what the situation is, even if it's extremely toxic, it's still not easy because your emotions are involved. Your heart is invested. You had this idea of what this could be and what this person could be if they would step up to the plate. That is hard to walk away from. And that's why I feel like the back and forth and the on and off has been going on. Because that dream still lives within you. And having that dream with this person. 3 of Wands. Everything I see in these cards, though, that says that if this is the dream that you're looking for, if you're looking to have that soulmate connection with somebody, if you're looking to build that deeper commitment and that legacy, it lies outside the situation that you're in. It lies somewhere else. This person, and this King of Cups represents this person. This is somebody who is selfish. This is somebody who focuses more on what they want. They will use emotions and other people's emotions against them to manipulate them, to keep them around, to keep them in the situation where this King of Cups is getting their needs fulfilled. but they're not worried about somebody else's needs getting fulfilled. And your needs are not getting fulfilled in this relationship because your needs are that stability and that deeper commitment. This person won't do that. They will never step up to the plate to do that with you. And they will stall you out. And you do have a Two of Cups. You do have a soulmate connection out there in your future, waiting to step forward. There's the Ten of Cups. That's what you're after. You're after the Ten of Cups. You're after that happiness in the home life. And the Moon card, you haven't met the person yet who you're supposed to share that with. That person still exists in your future. That's what the Moon card is saying. You haven't met them yet. Eight of Wands. Justice. You know what's really interesting? Because that Knight of Pentacles showing up, it's like what you've been looking for a long time finally coming to fruition. And what you've been looking for is a steady partner who you can count on. What you've been looking for is a new cycle of abundance, setting down roots. I do feel like this exists in your future, but first you have to choose to bring balance. Even that Eight of Wands, I feel communication. I feel speaking your truth. Speaking your truth to be able to bring balance, to bring fairness. Because things are out of balance right now. Things are not fair. This other person is getting what they want and you're getting not what you want. You're having to sacrifice. You're having to give up. This is a cycle. This is a cycle, absolutely, with this King of Cups. And this King of Cups will drive this cycle until the end of time. He will never stop stalling. You know what? You know that. The High Priestess came forward and tells me that you know that. Deep down inside, this person is not going to change. The Five of Wands is like that conflict between the two of you. You want commitment, they don't. So they're looking to promise you that commitment to keep you around, but then find ways to stall it so it never gets there. And it is a bone of contention between the two of you. It is a conflict and it will never change. That will never change. And you know that. You know on some level this person is not looking for the same thing that you're looking for. This person wants to keep things more casual. This person wants to keep things more like dating. They don't want that family life. They don't want that settling down. They don't want to pair with somebody. The Queen of Cups. And they do use your emotions against you to get what they want. Absolutely. Their selfishness in this situation will be directly tied to a tower should you choose it. I think it has been in the past, because I know there's on again, off again stuff here. And I know in the past that this is why you've walked away. You've been like, you're never going to step up to the plate. You're never going to give me what I want. I'm out of here. I'm leaving. And then after a cool off period, they come back and say, you know what? I really do want to marry you. I can't live without you. You're the only person for me. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I just need a little bit more time. I would love to make this commitment to you. It's all of those things to reel you back in, but you wind up living the same cycle. It's the same shit over and over and over again. It's because this person has no intention of stepping up. No intention of stepping up. Eight of Pentacles. And I am going to tell you too, I have the Eight of Pentacles next to the Five of Cups. I do feel like this in part is a lesson for you that will serve you better in the future. It is about being able to be assertive and ask for what you want and not settle in your life. It's about being able to stand up for yourself and recognize your self-worth and not allow somebody to take advantage of you. It's about learning an even give and take so that you're not the only one giving in a relationship, because that will stop you from getting taken advantage of too. This Queen of Swords tells me personal truth and speaking your personal truth. This is part of the lesson that you are learning through this whole situation that will serve you moving forward to any relationship in the future, because the Ten of Swords talks about an ending. This is one that's disappointing, but one that also benefits you in the long run. There are lessons to be learned within this entire situation, even though it's very hurtful, even though it's very shitty. There are very important lessons for you to take away from this that are going to empower you and raise your self-esteem. And I do feel like they're going to help you to find that happiness in that Two of Cups, in that soulmate connection, because you're going to go into that relationship when you're eventually ready. If this is the choice that you're making in the direction that you move in, you're going to go into that relationship with a completely different perspective and attitude than what you did in this old one. And that will drive different results. Because this has just been the same. It's always the same, living the same cycle over and over and over again. But it's like it's time for something new. It's time for something new. And I know you're worried about maybe finding someone. Will you ever find love? Is this your only chance for finding love? I don't know if this is something that they've told you to and they're feeding into this line of thought, but that's shit. It's okay. You need to understand that is absolute shit. You do have a soulmate connection waiting for you in your future. You do not have to settle for somebody who wastes your time. You don't have to settle for somebody who jerks you around and makes empty promises that they don't intend on keeping. You don't have to settle for these cycles. You can ask for more out of life. You can step away from this and open yourself up to something new. The future, new. That is where your love lies. That is where your 10 of Cups sits. It sits forward in your future with somebody new, not with this person. Not in this situation. This situation is this hangman. This situation is the thing that is holding you back from this star, from this goal, from this 10 of Cups. And the death coin says it, until this situation comes to a conclusion and comes to an end, there is no space for that star to come into your life. Because it's in your future, but it can't come in until you've made room for it. That's why all the cards have come forward, because that person exists for you in your future, and you can have what you want, but you can't get it from this situation. Alrighty guys, that's your read.